I was just having a commercial in my head, but girl, we're not gonna do it because first of all, and second of all, not for free. But anyways, I was just thinking, I was rewatching a video of mine that I'm posting today, and I was thinking about how the soul. So I in that video I spoke about, it was only like a couple hours ago that I recorded this video. I spoke about how the body and the soul are the same. The soul is a body, the body is a soul, the soul and the body are literally the same. They're just different expressions of a soul, right? And the soul constantly gets so the body constantly gets overshadowed by the soul. And we talk about the soul as if it's this thing that no one acknowledges and is really, you know, you need to tap back into your soul, blah, blah, blah. It's really, it is true. But yeah, okay, I just saw 111. But you need to also tap into your body. It's threefold. You need to tap into your soul, you need to tap into your body, you need to tap into the essence of you that taps into both of those, right? And so it's integrated fully. Your higher self, which is really just your present self, which is a blend of the body and the soul. When you're in your present, when you're really in your life and you're really being alive, and then you're really allowing things to flow and you're in that state of surrender, which is really just surrendering control. And it's not actually surrendering control so another side can level up. It's surrendering. It's like both teams waving a white flag. You both surrender. And you're like, okay, I'm done fighting with you. I'm done the war. Let's be friends. Let's go get a drink. Let's calm down. Let's be in love again. It's like lovers at war, which is devil energy. And then the lover's energy is like temperance energy. And when you're in temperance energy, you are the water. And it's spirit balancing you out. However, spirit knows to balance you out. And that is the great beyond, right? But in most of the life, it is you and your body, you and your soul, constantly working together. But the body is overshadowed in the soul state. We see the body in the 3D state, in the physical state, but understanding the body as a soul, that understanding is really overshadowed constantly. And I'm getting that feeling where I don't have anything else to say, and I'm not sure if it's because I have nothing more to say or if it's because I'm just forgetting something. But I kind of feel good with that, so I'm just gonna upload this, and all of this is going up before I post that other video. But you know what? That's okay, because most of that video was pure comedy and pure fabulousness because I was dancing. Oh, and so, oh my god, and that's what I was going to say. So, ancestors. The ancestors make up a lot of the soul and a lot of the body. That's why talking to your ancestors really, really makes sense. You're just talking to yourself. It doesn't need to be this way where you're like, you pronounce out, hey, ancestors, if you don't want it to be. It's just about being true to yourself, tapping in, and understanding that your ancestors are not, they are you. You are them. So it's just talking to yourself. It's just, you're getting ahead by talking to them. Because then you're talking to yourself and you're understanding things at a way, and then you get to keep all that. Just talk to them. Anyways, so the reason why, okay, so right now, the planet is spinning faster than, this planet spun faster than it had ever done before. In June 29th, something like that. I don't know, June 29th, June 27th. And it triggered climate anxiety, right? And you hear that? What do you think? There we go. The Earth spins faster than usual on June 29th and triggered climate anxiety. Here's how to cope. CNBC, make it. CNBC, make it. For many, okay, so how do you hear that? The Earth spun faster than usual on June 29th and triggered climate anxiety. How do you read that? From what perspective? From what understanding? Here's how to cope. How do you read it now? For many, this, coupled with the severe heat we've been experiencing around the world, and this extreme flooding in Kentucky and Missouri, is triggering feelings of climate anxiety. Now, how do you read that? First time I read it, just that first piece, I thought the earth spinning faster was an expression of Earth's feeling of anxiety. And I thought that they were writing an article about the fact that the earth is having an anxiety attack or is living in an anxious state. And I was shocked. So I was like, and I didn't get to be shocked for long because then Here's How to Cope came in. So it grounded me back into what I think they actually were talking about, but I'm still going to leave it because maybe they were. And they're just doing many layers, you know? People are magical workers. Writers are channelers. They channel on different levels. But, yeah. It's not on journalists to... It is, but we have an equal role. It's their responsibility to write the truth. It's our responsibility to read the truth and not focus on other stuff. It is what it is. Anyways, I thought that was talking about the earth feeling anxiety. Then I realized that it was triggering climate anxiety in other people, but also the earth. So, here's a way that you can understand how important the physical is, the body is. Oh, I didn't know I was going to go here. Or shit. The way the earth is experiencing anxiety is showing up in the planet spinning faster. What does anxiety feel like? It could feel like your head is spinning. It could make you dizzy. It could make you nauseous. It could make your heart pound. It could make you be confused, dazed and confused. It can make you feel like you can't see straight. It can make you feel like you're about to faint. It can make you feel like your life is in a constant cycle. It can make you feel like you're going in circles. It can make you feel crazy. It can make you feel blurry. It can make you feel forgetful. It can make you feel cloudy. It can make you feel like you don't know anyone. It can make you feel like you're all alone. It can make you feel like you're overwhelmed and surrounded. It could make you feel sad. It could make you feel numb. It could completely disassociate you. The planet is showing that in the physical. Signs of anxiety. How do we care for the planet? How do we take care of the planet and soothe the anxiety? How do we quiet the mind of the planet? How do we heal it? This is how you know anxiety is also a physical illness just as much as it is a mental and emotional. This is why mental health needs to be taken very seriously. The heart. Love starts in the center. I had a dream where I said that. Love starts in the center. I think it was love that I said. Love starts in the center. Your food. What are you eating? Not everybody was a vegan. I looked at a piece of fish. It kind of looked like a private part. It looked like a vagina. And at first I was like, yeah. But then I was like, I'm gay. But still, eating animals is like sex. On our soul level, we have different things that we experience at different spectrums. As a human being, sex is good, sex is great. You can have it every day. As a soul, sex is good, sex is great. You can have it every day. You could also have it less than every day. You could also not have it and be celibate and still be pretty okay. Same with as a human being, but I'm talking about like incarnating versus soul versus spirit, you know what I mean? So as a soul, yeah, it could be whenever or never. As a human being, it's good if it's, every so often. And that is sex in whatever form, with a partner, by yourself, mental, emotional, spiritual, whatever. I'm just talking about in the human form. And then eating meat as a human being, you could do whenever. Engaging with animals and other beings, animal spirits, as a soul is really good for you. You learn a lot. Different spectrum there. similar to, yeah, it's pretty good to have sex in whatever sexual energy you understand for your human form, quite often. Same way, it's okay if you don't release so much as a soul, sex wise. Human wise, it's okay if you don't release so much. Eating meat. But there's nothing wrong with eating meat. It is how you engage. Because eating meat is kind of like sexual energy. And depending on how you engage with it, it can be violent or it can be pleasurable and it can be beneficial, good for you. Or it could be toxic and it could kill you, right? And it's because of how we engage. If the meat is being processed in an environment that is not taking care of the animal and doesn't acknowledge the animal's consciousness and what they're giving to us, then it's like having non-consensual sex. Of course, that energy is going to be toxic and it's going to be tapered with. In this sense, because most of us don't have control over the kind of meat we have access to anymore, it looks like a vegan diet is the most ethical. But there are ways to fix this relationship. Because for me, I don't think I'll ever be 100% vegan all the time. I think I'm going to integrate a lot of it into my life. Same with alkaline, like being alkaline. But I'm probably not ever, I'm not going to say like never sure, but probably won't be fully vegan ever. Wow. Yeah. But I don't want to be celibate, I really don't. Oh God. I don't know. Zombie fires. A lot of us are going to have to move. Be open to that. Understand that the world is literally your oyster. We're going to have to get over this whole immigration stuff because people are going to have to move. There's going to be certain countries that are just really not occupied, empty, And we're going to have to deal with it because as much as I'm like, all right, I have indigenous nativity. On my South African side, we're indigenous. I don't believe, though, that we should ever close our borders and be like, no, you guys can't come here once shit starts to really turn and people are going to have to move. I think we should be open because I ultimately believe that the earth is everyone's and everything's, and the earth is her own. So, I just saw something. Sorry. I do think though that people are going to need to be open to also making sure that you respect the history of a place. Oh, that's another thing. I'm Canadian and Jamaican and South African, but I grew up in the States for a big chunk of my life. No longer most of my life, but a big chunk of my life. I'm not American, but I have American energy within my makeup at this point, within my DNA at this point, that I connect to America in many ways, to the land of America is in many ways, to the emotional energy of America in many ways, to the history in many, many ways. That I kind of feel like I'm from there too. That's the thing about being an immigrant. It's like taking on the experience of being in every dimension all at once in the physical, because you're from a lot of places all at once, even in ways that you're not physically from that place, you are emotionally from that place, spiritually, deeply from that place. Immigrantee is an incredible experience. where did I hear that? Immigrant tea. I think I heard it from Exit Door West. Exit Door West. Exit Door West. Exit West. It's a really, really good book by Muhammad Hamid. It's a really, really good book. I strongly recommend. Exit West. I thought I was going to marry him. I was like attracted to him because I like when men are talented like that in a way that's refreshing. I'm just like, oh, just gets me going. Anyway. Oh, I saw 555. Not Spirit enjoying that I just said that. Anyway, bye.